on YouTube where I don't have to get out of YouTube. They've allowed third-party providers to link in, and this is working perfectly. So you want to check, recheck. The whole idea is what? That I don't have control of other people's servers. And even all the software that's in the cloud, one of the disadvantages in the cloud is it's being held by other parties that I don't have control over. In a way, that's good that I don't have to bother, but with all the technicalities, but in a way, I can't make any adjustments because they're in control. Okay, so what I welcome everyone and want to let you know that from every week now, we are going to work on our projects. You already have proposed 2 proposals. So this evening, what I want to do is I want to approve at least one of your proposals. I'll give everyone my wisdom of why I think one proposal is better than the other, how you can approve that proposals. And I want you to think about, you are going to be AI consultants. The services that you're going to be giving in the beginning, it's going to be free just because no one knows about you. But this business has to sustain itself. So based on your proposals, just by you telling somebody they're going to use ChatGPT, I think most people now know how to use ChatGPT, and they can arrange their ticket information via ChatGPT. They can arrange birthday parties using ChatGPT. So just because you're saying you're going to use ChatGPT, I think for a number of businesses is going to be a turnoff unless you can tell me, or you give me certain prompts, or you give me certain ways where I can improve my business. So this is going to be that you have to concentrate, and I want it to be done well enough that you can showcase this and you can have it for long past this semester. So I've been basically making sure that everybody realizes that. So just to know, today is March 23rd. Our exam, which I can't even believe myself, our second exam is on April 22nd, less than a month away, right? When you think about that, Kiko, amazing, isn't it? And then that's on a Wednesday. The Monday after is our last day of class. And that's when you're supposed to, everybody's group is presenting their final project to me. And as I'm going to be going along week by week, I will have you turn in your basically goalposts, like of part 1, part 2, and part 3. And Lily has assigned to her graders already to give you grades on each part of those. So we will be going through a lot of new tools. We'll be doing AI voice agents, isn't that great? In which you'll get your own number and have it be programmed, and for your business, you'll have your own number. And that could also be a possibility for a number as giving that is AI consulting. Would you like to have your own AI phone number that will answer your calls, answer beginning questions, do appointments, do schedules, and then transfer it if it onto a human? Because a lot of times people say, let me speak to the human for the next part. But for scheduling, for answering questions, to be able even to get spam off the table, right? Where somebody says, I want to speak to the CEO, and they don't even have the name of the CEO. It's many times they want to sell them spammy services. So there's a lot that you can do with it. So are we all ready to go? I'm going to roll up my sleeves. You're going to have to roll up your sleeve, and we're going to get going. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share. I'm going to open up my browser. And what do you see, Trey, on your screen?
I see the YouTube live.
So I know that that's working. One of the things I want to do, and you can do that too in your projects when you think about it. Maybe you can give webinars using Zoom, and also you can say, hey, we'll take in 100 people or 50 people or make it intimate. We'll take 20 or 40 of our best clients or your clients, and then others we can give out to the world, right? Anybody can even sign up anonymously, but in order to get direct feedback or something like that, you can do it. Perfect. All right, so I got that. So what do I need to do? I need to go to my regular session. And in my regular session, I always do, Trey, I go to what's due, right? So I like to go and look at what was due today just to get everybody familiar with that. And in this case, it's due today before class. You should have done the final project one, your team formation and topic selection. I will be having you give your pitch. So one of the things you may want to text your group is who's going to be giving the pitch today. You may want to divide it up, of proposal one and proposal two, or just give your pitch person the priority that they'll be covering the pitch. And what I will do is I'll be asking you questions. I'll be giving you my comments. I'll be asking Lily if she has any comments, and also Lily, once I say, hey, I approve proposal one over proposal two, Lily will be adding that to your group of saying proposal one was approved. So this way you see that, Trey. What's the beauty here is we'll finish by the evening. Part one will be permitting, and everybody will need to know the next steps. So this is what we're going to do today, is go over your proposals, make sure your proposals are in, that they're correct. Some of the students came in early and they had some issues, and luckily they said, hey, let me redo it. You always want to check, not only just because you're going to say one person is doing in the group, what you're going to have to get in the habit of doing is checking your group is responsible. Even though you say somebody else in the group was responsible for uploading, your entire group will be penalized. So you have to keep up on what's happening. You have Tech Guide 3. We talked about cloud computing. The idea on this chapter, cloud computing, we're talking about cloud computing resources for organizations, rather than everything that we've been using in this class almost is a cloud service, right? From Zoom, right? How do we get to Zoom? How do you know it's cloud computing? You got to Zoom because it's what? Via the internet, via browser. I got to it. I don't have to, in this case, I know I'm going to be able to do that. YouTube, right, is cloud computing. My Gmail is cloud computing. Everything I've been using up to now, the only difference is sometimes I could save what they call locally. And when I think about it, Kiko, what does locally mean? If you say, I saved it locally.
It means it's on your hard drive,
Mhm.
on your computer.
It's local to me, right? Locally, it's in my sphere that I have control of, right? So that's what they call locally. Sometimes they call it on premise, but on premise could be on my entire organization. Locally means that I can gain access. I don't need what? I don't need the internet to gain access to it. But most of the things we do. So you needed to do adaptive tests and quizzes, and you had additional readings here. And those additional readings were examples from the theory to what are the major players, what are the major vendors. And we talked about AWS, that stands for what, Kiko? You remember? The company was called what?
AWS.
Yeah, AWS stands for what? What company is responsible for AWS?
Oh, Amazon Web Service.
Right, perfect. Amazon Web Services. And what does it mean? Notice they put web in there, basically over the web, right? Over the internet, right? That's their service and they're providing it. They can provide it as hardware, right? Kiko, me and you decide, hey, you've done a great job and you have a great attitude. Let's go in and be consultants together. I'll be your advisor, right, of your company. And we say, hey, we're going to do AI and you told me, hey, we need to have large RAM. We need to have a number of GPUs. And I said, we don't even know if this company is going to last, right? Let's start off, and we have 0 customers, Kiko. Let's start off and we can scale up and we can grow. We can get a lot of our services via what? Cloud computing services. We can get from hardware. We can get, all of a sudden, we're going to be doing financial, and that financial predictive software needs Windows. And you say to me, Dr. Rush, I don't even have Windows, or I say I have Windows, but I don't have enough RAM. I don't want to use my own equipment. We can get it from the cloud. We can get them to do analytics, a number of different things, basically of software. Azure is the name. When Amazon was the first to do this, and all their competitors said, wow, they are profitable. It's the most profitable sector they have in their business. And I didn't even know. I just thought it was boxes they were selling. In that case, Microsoft says, hey, we can do this too. We can buy hardware, we can have data centers, and we can store it and provide it. And if you look at both of these websites, you will see among these websites that they basically are copying each other. So we got that. Okay. What is due for next week? What is due for next week is we got our final project part 2. In part 2, what we're going to use is we're going to use Wix, W-I-X, as our company that provides us upgrade features. I have an academic relationship with them, that they are gracious to give us paid services complimentary. And they're going to give us those paid service complimentary, not only for my semester and yours, but you can have it for a year. So isn't that great? So you'll have the upgrade Wix, and you'll have a portion to that. So we'll cover that today, along with part 1. Everybody will be giving their pitch session. You'll see here, chapter 14, I am going to talk about artificial intelligence. I'll start lecturing about it on Wednesday, and definitely everybody needs to know about that in more depth. And also, especially for your projects, you're going to be AI consultants. And if you're AI consultants, right, you need to be able to speak coherently about it. So you'll read this chapter 14. You'll do exactly the adaptive assignment, the quizzes. You know the method in which we do that every week. And these are additional miscellaneous readings. I'll be giving you more of this as we go along each week, but these are overviews. If you look in the middle here under SATs, what is artificial intelligence? How is AI applied to business application? What are the challenges? And these are, I can open that link in a new tab. You can see that we really need these articles are by, see, this page exists on your local site. I want to stay here. So did you see that local? I already have it. You see where it said local? It's like we rehearsed it, right, Kiko? I had no idea they were going to do that, but they already had local. And SAS is a company that started off as a statistical company, and they basically are into services. And guess what? You know that if it's with data, they have to be up on artificial intelligence. What I like about their website is they have nice articles about what it is, and what is my key here, Kiko, is why it matters, right? Not only what it is and the possible way of it is what I like on today's world, who uses it, how it works, and the next step. So you have the history that you have it, but then you have ideas on generative AI, why that's important, why it's AI important. You can see the study and critiques it. They even have an AI podcast, Five Technology. How is it being used? Right? We know that in healthcare and retail, manufacturing, and as well, how it works. So you can see here machine learning, what that means, neural networks, which is key, and what we mean by deep learning, the idea of computer vision, that patterns recognition, that's going to be key. Understanding images, you know that it's doing a good job. NLP, natural language processing, analyzing, that can really do well now. 10 years ago, it had problems from speaking to text. Now really not only in a true American accent or a British accent, even if you're from another country speaking a language, English, and it's not your mother tongue, it really can pick up well. Graphics, IoT, remember Internet of Things, advanced algorithms. Remember how I talked about APIs, application program interfaces. So these really do a real nice job of getting major concepts of AI in practice. So you can see on this one, and what am I telling you? What are the subfields of AI? How is AI applied to business application? What are the challenges? And then you can see here what is generative AI, which is a different type of AI. Now from ChatGPT, everybody thinks that's new. AI itself has been since the 1950s, right? But here what I like about this article is what it is and how is it explained. And basically what I like here, what are the business benefits? What are the limitations? What are the concerns? What are use cases? What are the ethics? So you basically, doesn't it sound a lot like my open-ended questions? Kiko, don't you agree that these are great articles to give us some more in-depth of it? How does generative AI work? What are the benefits, limitations? What are the use cases? What are the concerns? That you can have an intelligent conversation, right, Kiko? And you can think beyond it of what companies are doing. So this is an important assignments that I am giving you. Now, in order for our next assignment of our final project, in my audit assignment instructions, I always give her praises, especially, when she does such a great job, and she's put this into parts. But basically, if I look at part 2 of my upgrade Wix and collaborative PDF here, she goes through the goals, the research, and that you go to Wix.com. So let me go to a tab right here of Wix.com. And you can see that Wix is a company that it's really trying to get into AI. Some of you may have heard of Base 44. They bought that company. One guy basically created that product in about 3 months. And they gave him millions and millions of dollars. And he was, I think, shocked himself on it. But it's basically what they call vibe coding. But you can get started for free. But I want us, and if you look at the pricing and the plans, is I want us to upgrade. So in the pricing and plans, you can see they have a lot of plans. Put this in your notes, everybody, that I want each group to get the business plan. Why do I want you to get the business plan? Is one, you get a domain name free for a year. This way you look professional. You don't look like you're not advertising Wix. You're advertising your company. So having a free domain name will make you look more professional. And what I like about it it's not for just the semester, it's for an entire year. You get, instead of like a gig of storage, you get 100 gig of storage space, which is good in case you have a number of videos and things like that you can use. It's multi-cloud hosting. It has a marketing suite. If you wanted, you could even create an e-commerce site where you're accepting payments, but we probably won't do this at our site because right now we're going to give our services for free. But later on, since it is good for a year, you could then add it. And what I like is their free version only allows for one collaborator. In this case, you can have 10 site collaborators. So it's going to be important for you to have one person sign up, use their credit card, but they will make sure that they are not charged. So when I go back to this place, I make sure that in getting started, you'll sign up. And for tonight, I want you already to assign one person in your group to sign up. They will sign up and you can use your school or personal email. You can create the site. You can create that site using a template, manually writing it, or they have an AI tool that they just started called AI Harmony. And I really think it's from their Base 44. They can combine a lot of the tools from Base 44 since they bought it and they incorporated it into AI Harmony. And then it will do the first go through. And again, the first go through is in draft only. You will have to improve it. Here, Lily has told you, you want to do the business plan. You want to make sure it's yearly, not 2 years. By doing it yearly, you will get it using this code. You make sure, a lot of times they try to do sales and they'll give a coupon. Make sure you remove the coupon and put in their code, and then you'll have your team members invite collaborators. Lily put a website, manager should put a picture of where to find this. A lot of times you can just go in Wix and say, I want to invite collaborators. How do I get to there? And you can have each person edit. What I'd like to do, this assignment is due Monday, but I would like at least for Wednesday to make sure that we can give you feedback. If there are any problems, at least to have your website owner who's going to put in their credit card, have it done by Wednesday before class and at least invite the collaborators so we know that it works. And then we can give you feedback if it doesn't. Only one team member at a time. You need to do a mission statement. You need to briefly describe your services and purposes for your consulting work. You'll have a team page like you've seen in other ones where you'll assign roles. You'll do an AI generated. You'll have a contact page, and you'll publish the site. You won't do a domain name yet. We want to make sure that you got the basics, and then we want you to do research on what's a good domain name, because you cannot, with this code, have more than one good domain name. So you want to make sure, here's about social media that you'll need to do, placing the link in the audit section, and then this you'll do afterwards. This is once you get your domain name. Notice Wix is not in the URL. You remember we talked about having an AI agent of having a phone number. And then Lily has given a couple of screenshots to show how to invite site collaborators. And in this case, you see down here when she pulled it down, it says invite collaborators right here.
Yeah, when I clicked the three dots to the left of edit site, that's what brought. Can you scroll back up?
Yeah, here?
The three dots. Yeah,
Yeah,
three dot, like the three dot button to the
right
left
here to
of
the
edit
left of
site.
edit site. Perfect. What else, Lily, do you want to cover in there? I can stop sharing, you can
I
share if you like, or
I
tell
feel
me
like you
what to
said a
do.
lot, so I kind of want to summarize what you said. Can
Great.
you scroll back up to like the
Here?
start of the instructions?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically for Wednesday, all we want you to do is to have one person of your group sign up for Wix, which is just basically just putting in either your personal email or school email and getting like the premium program, which is like the business program. And you're not paying for anything. If it prompts you to pay for something, you're doing something wrong. You should be paying $0 for this. There's a code not only like within the rubric, but also on the audit assignment like itself in Blackboard that you just input that code into the yearly like subscription thing and it'll just set it straight to 0. You have to put down a card like just because it like requires you to, but once you get that subscription, you can like set it up to cancel within like the year. So then you won't get charged. But
It
that's
won't
what we
renew.
want
You won't get charged anyways, but it
now.
won't
But
if
like
you
if you
forget.
like next year if you forget,
Yeah,
like it won't charge you.
right.
Um and so what we want you to like by Wednesday is for you to just like sign up and to add like your raw site to like your group folder. Like so how I have like my site's like already like been completed, has the domain name and everything, so that's why it looks nice and pretty. But we just want you to have like just like the baseline version of your website on your folder so we know that we can access it. And if you're like having trouble on Wednesday too, we can like show you how to do it. When you're creating your Wix account, it's going to prompt you to create like your first site using like, I mean, you can either like just pick a pro like a draft or you can like use like AI Harmony to make like a website for you. So that's really all we want you to do. The other like extra portions like after wait, can you scroll back up to 2 and go to the bottom of 2?
This part.
Like after you publish the site, which is how you save it, by the way. It's like important. Like if you're gonna be doing any work on Wix, like you have to just click publish to save. Because if you don't click publish and then you get out, then all your work's gone. And that would suck. Um, like everything after that is what you're gonna be doing in like part 3 of a final project, but it's good to think about. Like just because it's and to think about it, like kind of separate it to where like who's gonna be working on what. You know, like someone will be in charge of social media, someone will be in charge of like the homepage, someone will be in charge of mm, the other ones.
The VAPI, the phone
Yeah,
agent, someone will be in charge of publishing publishing their podcast.
right. It's just good to like kind of
Right.
get like that foundation done because at
Hmm.
least I know like for me, I have a lot of like exams this week and the next. And the semester is
Coming to
fast,
close.
fastly, yeah, approaching its end, unfortunately.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
good to like get on top of it and to like split up like the tasks because I know from my experience, I worked very hard on my website and I didn't have as much help as I wanted. So it would have helped like to get like all of the our ducks in a row, I guess.
right. And then people will be graded also on what they do for the projects as well.
Right.
It'll be
Peer
overall you're
review,
responsible for it, but also you'll be doing videos and when you're responsible for it, but it will be done. Okay.
yeah, peer reviews are weighted heavily
Yeah.
within like
Okay. What?
of your
Okay. Anything else on this? Any
no.
comments? Kiko or Trey, anything on the chat or anybody want to unmic themselves?
Nothing in chat.
Okay. So I think everybody clear on that part. Okay, so let's then get ready to give me a pitch. So let me share my screen again. I'm going to go to the audit section. So everybody go to the audit section and you'll see assignment groups. Under assignment groups, you will see group 0. Also, if you want, under group 0, if you wanted to see some of the end products, what it looks like, here are 1, 2, 3, 4 of our students in the past, what they did for their group. Under group 0, if you click on group 0, you will see that final project should be on the top of your list. So everybody, you should go into your assignment group and see that your folder is the top. If it is not the top, you will see right in the, if you see my screen, right where it says partner content, if you go all the way across to the right, you see it's faded. You'll see one arrow up, one arrow down, and it says keyboard accessible reordering content. That's how I like to reorder my content. It's easier, and I can see I can go down and I can see all of my words. So for instance, I can click on one, I can move it down. You can see here, once it's down, I could then move it back up to the top. And I know in this case, I can't, I can confirm, and I can get it all the way in the top. So everybody's final project should be at the top of your folder. Everyone then should have another folder called proposals. We went over it last time. And under proposals, you should see proposal 1 and proposal 2. Here you see approved by myself, and I will then go over it with you. I'll have Lily make some comments if she would like as well, and then I'll basically ask you, what do you favor? I will also give my opinion of what I think is a better proposal that you can pursue. I'll ask Lily to put an approval of it, and then you can proceed and basically start the project. And for Wednesday, you're ready. We'll have had one person already set that up and put everybody else in as collaborators. Any questions?
I have
So-
a comment.
Yeah,
So you can like sort, like go back to the folder area, Dr. Rush. Like if you go into groups, like go into the group 0 folder. Like you can use like what Dr. Rush talked about to like change where
order.
like the order, but there's also this like purple bar that you
Right.
can
You see
like
where
roll
I'm
up as
doing?
well.
Right, so I
That
can
can
move
change
it.
the order.
Right, I can
That
change.
might be easier because there's not as many folders
Okay.
like displayed. But like when I'm TA, like because I'm like in charge of like setting up the folders for like what's due, and we have so many like assignments, that's when that tool is like more useful
Yeah.
because there's a lot more like stuff to manage.
Great.
But
Always
please
have
make
read-
sure, yeah, please make sure your final project folder is on the top because that's what you're going to be using for the rest of the semester.
Right, and it's easy for us to go into it as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to assignment groups. I got group 0, so we'll get started. So I have Jake, Kai, Kat, and Max in group 1. And then I have the final project, which is nice, is on the top. And I'm going into proposals, and I have 2 proposals. Am I in the right section? Yeah, okay. I saw this, I swear I saw this name, Hire Smart AI, in my other class. Okay. Anyways, all right. Who's gonna be presenting? And we want to do it quickly. You want to make sure that you know, text your group and say who's the presenter, and let's just get on because I want to finish this for tonight.
I could share it, I guess.
Okay, I have it in front of me, so I have it shared, Max.
Yeah, what's on the screen, right?
Yeah, I have it. So
Okay.
what is your first one?
Well, our first idea is essentially using AI as a tool for students who are trying to get jobs, specifically like more competitive jobs, I guess. So it's basically just like an optimization tool in which it helps with job applications, resumes, LinkedIn profiles, like just to enhance like your overall image and sophistication, I guess, in the eyes of the
Okay, so
recruiter
I just see
and
here,
whatnot.
I see just
Um,
Chat GPT and LinkedIn AI tools and Final AI for mock interviews, okay? And it's for
yeah,
college students,
it's
okay?
yeah, basically just to give you as much as like as much advantage as possible in order to get your
Okay.
job, you know.
Okay, and what's proposal 2?
Proposal 2 essentially is built for wealth management firms in order to help them be more efficient with their workload. For example, like if you take a spreadsheet and you need to sift through that, not only would you have analysts, you'd have analysts like using, you know, this AI tool to essentially make the entire process more efficient, more accurate,
Okay.
and streamline the entire, you know,
Okay.
process
So
for
as a
wealth
group,
management
which
for.
one did you favor? Which ones as a group did you want to do?
Um, well, we were gonna ask you about
Well,
it,
I
I
want
think,
first
but
to ask you, which ones do you feel more
we might need to
comfortable?
have another conversation about it, you know, just to finalize that. But
Well,
in
okay, tell me
I
what,
like both ideas, honestly.
okay,
I'm
so
pretty
what I'm gonna
neutral.
do is go ahead and text each other in terms of that, and how many people in your group are finance people among
Yeah,
your group?
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna come back to you, Max, and you need a text right now. What is your best one? And this is what everybody should do, is what do you favor? And basically, is this gonna be appropriate for all of them? Also,
Okay.
if you do the wealth wealth management, and you think about marketing the wealth management groups, what I would do in terms of that is I would focus in on small financial advisory teams and small wealth management firms, because they would be more amenable to using your services. Another part of the proposal is you could also help with marketing on the small wealth management firms, not only in their data analysis, but there are others. Also, people are using heavily the Chat GPT. One of the issues here, if you emphasize Chat GPT, it's, I think, a turnoff for a lot of people when they think, oh, I know how to use Chat GPT and I prompt. So even if you're going to be using Chat GPT, is you have to show the scenarios of something unique that Chat GPT gives you, rather than everyone kind of feels now that they can use it. So this is my area. Any comments, Lily, if you have a preference, one versus the other?
I prefer proposal 1, but
Okay,
if I were to do proposal 1, I would like condense to who I'm like offering like internship advice to.
yes,
Like high finance or like to marketing people.
right.
Our idea was just students in general. We thought that that would be like a narrowed down enough, but
But
so you want
I
us to
would,
choose like
But
the,
there
yeah,
are
I
different
wanted,
processes for different
right.
types of.
okay.
I would
Yeah,
do it
absolutely.
more, first, I would definitely do it for business and not just be generic, general business. And I would even focus in on 2 areas within that. And you could give that, or even for finance students or accounting students or others, that you could give more specific advice to. Another idea we can see that favoring proposal 1 is you can even reach out to the recruiting office that we have now. And what I like about it is you could even ask potential companies that you're interested in getting those internships with to be guest speakers in a webinar series that you could give, and you can invite a number of those people in there. So I would do that. So I'd go with, let's just go ahead and say that I go with proposal 1, because everybody in your group, they wouldn't have to be finance majors, and maybe take just a couple of majors within the business school, and then end up being asking. And you could even do it in that terms of just internships. So even that is an area in which people have it. And then you could tell many of these guest speakers could even be sponsors of your webinar series, and they could get access to the best people. And you could even then propose doing from the Zoom webinar, you could then even broadcast that live to YouTube, and then have others around the world see it as well. And then you could get even sponsorships. So I would go with proposal 1 for tonight. Go ahead and edit it, and then Lily, you can give proposal 1, you can give them approval.
If you refresh, I already did.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go to group 2. So group 2, I have Isabella, Alonso, Kiko, and Ludovica. Who's presenting?
I'm going to be presenting, Professor.
Okay, great. So one of the things, what am I missing here, Ludovica, when I see this?
Well, it has to be at the top. Like,
Yeah,
our
and
final.
it's not. Okay, so you'll move it to the top. It's not
Yeah.
gonna, no big shakes, but everybody should get it done. Okay, so give me a short brief of both of these and give me what you prefer.
Well, honestly, okay, the first one, it's also like finance driven. It's not for hiring or anything like that. It's more about like, we called it Preply, and it's a financial education industry prep. So we're gonna basically create podcasts and like videos and materials to inform yourself about finance as a whole, not necessarily for interview purposes, but maybe because you're just like interested about learning more about it or educate yourself. So there's going to be, instead of like having a book, it's going to be a sort of Wall Street prep, but like with the material, like videos and podcasts, so that it's more accessible and people are going to,
Okay,
in some sense, be more engaged.
Okay,
So
what's the second one?
the second one, instead, is something different. Honestly, we thought about it. It's called Service Link AI, and it's basically a platform that forms. It's a sort of white, I would say blue collar LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, it mainly serves the like white collars. I
Yeah,
would say this is a sort of LinkedIn that empowers service workers, that gives a professional identity to service workers, and serves basically companies that have like workers or different people doing performing different jobs, and basically lists them, but instead of like just creating matches, empowers them by creating identities, so that it works like a sort of LinkedIn but for service workers. And so like we're going to use AI to create profiles to polish them and like make them like I don't know, like sort of how LinkedIn works. And we're gonna use like this
okay,
three.
okay. What is the general, and then everybody think about it. What is your revenue model for both of the first one? Who's gonna provide revenue to
Okay, for the first one,
one?
we didn't necessarily think about revenue model, just because like I don't know, we didn't think about a revenue model. The second one, instead, since it works like sort as a social media and matching platform, so it's like a mobile app like LinkedIn, it could work from like matching fees that would be on the employer, for example, that decides to match with a worker that has his professional identity listed on the platform, or by like advert like his ads, like it usually works right now, or partnerships. That's how we would get money from the second idea.
Lily, what is your opinion? And then I'll say mine. Is Lily there?
Sorry, I was about to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom, but whatever. I like proposal 2 better.
Okay.
Because
Me too.
I have not seen anything like that
Yeah.
before, and I think that's actually like a really like great idea.
Yeah, I like it.
I haven't seen that like
So a lot of it you can do in proposals, and then what maybe you can do in these areas is look at what is the closest. Maybe even do a review of what are the closest things for it. And then you could even have it for, a lot of, where is it really area is healthcare is really big. And then maybe what you can do with some of those providers already that are giving those healthcare services, that go in a lot of home care that have come in as well to it. I guess the closest things for those cleaners and things is then maybe you can even get those people, I see those ads, get your house done in $19.
Well,
Have you ever
I feel,
seen those?
Professor, that there's an actual need. Like we came up with
Yeah.
this because there's an obvious need. Like right now, the whole world of like service workers is really fragmented, especially in the US. Not exactly like clear how it works. It's very hard to find people, reliable people, find reviews, understand
Yeah.
how it works, and
And
also
also
like
in the United States, it's harder too because, in other countries where they have socialized medicine, a lot of times they provide
yeah.
those services. And
Well,
here in the United
and
States, it's basically everybody on their own, but you can work
they
with
don't
those
even
people.
have like an identity because what they
Yeah.
do is like they offer
Mhm.
like there's gigs, but there's not an identity for
Yeah,
them.
that
So
you're
it's a
right,
sort
right.
of
It's almost a gig economy, but even lower on that, it's almost like there's
yeah,
nobody kind of up taking care of them versus like an Uber driver or something like
yeah.
that. No? Okay. All right, so we'll go for a proposal 2. Okay, and then maybe you can work with Lily on getting some ideas in terms of what you can present. Okay, group 3. Final project. My proposal. So who do I have? When I go back to my assignment, when I got my group 3 is whom? Is Alec, 2 Alexes and Brooke and Claire. So
I'll
who's
be
presenting?
presenting it.
Okay, so Alex, you're doing it. Okay. So quickly do it since we want to finish up with everybody. What do we got here? Student
So
engage
proposal
and
one.
wealth-wise.
So the first one is to help college students use AI to improve resumes, interview prep, networking, and personal branding. We'd
Mhm.
use ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Canva Magic Write, and then this would be used for college students looking for internships and jobs to help format all that stuff.
Okay.
And then the second one, which is the one that we favor, WealthWise AI. Um, it's just designed to help individuals and small financial advisors optimize investment decisions, budgeting strategies, and long-term wealth planning. Our mission is to make data-driven financial insights accessible, personalized, and efficient through the integration of AI tools. So we would use ChatGPT to like help schedule calls or give some advice on like a custom hotline. Um, Ticker on AI to help pull stock market data and analyze trends.
Okay.
Copilot.
Can I just stop you in a minute, Alex? What's not clear here is the target use case is here you say WealthWise is an AI consulting service designed to help individuals and small event financial advisors optimize investment decisions. Here it's basically 2 separate ones. Individuals, I'm going to help them do is completely different than small financial advisors. First of all, it's financial advisors in small firms. This looks like they're small. And then here you say college students starting to invest. So I would focus in on those financial advisors that are from independent financial advisors or from that are small firms there. And then you're going to help them rather than college students. Do you see the difference, Alex?
Yes.
Because it's different. Basically, you're going to help me invest, and help me invest. You're not going to help me schedule a call or advice on a custom call line, right? Or help navigate the spreadsheet or a podcast on financial advice. The podcast isn't going to give you maybe a podcast service for my financial firm. So even though this wealth-wise, do you see that, Lily, what I mean? There's two separate parts here. I'll approve this, but an individual and an individual I want to invest is different than my financial advisor. I don't need to get help for scheduling calls. You kind of lump those all together. So rework this proposal 2 with your group, Alex, and do on those people that are giving advice, not people that want advice. You're matching them both together. Those are two separate businesses.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you think?
Yeah, we can gear it towards like
Small
helping
fi-
small businesses.
right, small financial firms, right? That they're going to ask you for help, not investors and not college students. It's a
Yeah.
completely different thing. You're throwing the whole kitchen sink in there.
Understood.
You got it? So this needs to be reworked for tonight. It doesn't take a long time, rework tonight, and then Lily will once she reads that, we'll approve it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
4, Frankie, Lucy, Jake, and Alyssa.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Why is
be
this
thankful.
also on the bottom? We can't move it up. Move it up for next time. Proposals. Okay, and this should be all in one, not another folder for each of them, right, Jake?
Oh. Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay, so what's this one?
So our first one is Easy Study AI, and it's also another consulting service, and it's designed to help students improve their learning,
Okay,
organization,
I got it. ChatGPT Quizlet, okay. And
Yeah.
who's it for? What kind of students? And why is
This,
it for teachers? Create a place that will help their students. So
yeah,
how
so
you,
basically,
what kind of teachers and what kind of parents? Parents of what? So is this for elementary school too?
yeah, it could be used for just about
Oh,
any
okay.
related
And then
program,
who's
just as
gonna,
long as
so,
they want to
and,
maximize
and
their use of AI.
so what's the revenue model? So parents are gonna pay for it? Students, and they go one time, they got Quizlet, ChatGPT, Canva, and Grammarly. And what are you gonna do? Explain some material. What are you gonna teach them? What do I need to learn on
Yeah, so
ChatGPT?
just the same way you taught us how to use Notebook LM to our
Yeah,
advantage now,
and
this
how
time
many times did you need to learn about that?
well,
Is
as
it continuing?
these apps are constantly evolving and they're constantly adding features on. So I feel like you would want to know how to navigate through each. And
I
let's say
think,
you had
do you think that once you would have that, I disagree, Jake, because once you know that, then you could go back and say, hey, what's new in ChatGPT, in Notebook LM, you could figure it out, you don't think?
well, maybe if you let's say you added a new course and you have, let's say, a new architecture course and you want to maximize your abilities in this
And
architecture.
what's the second
AI.
one? What's the second idea?
Our second idea, we have one that which is written on Blackboard, and then we have another one that wasn't written down. So if you don't like the second one, then I could also tell you that one.
Okay, finance first. So who's this for? Analyzing. So this is for whom? Students. So this
Yeah,
is for
students,
whom?
small businesses, entrepreneurs.
To do what? What are you gonna give them?
Well, we teach the clients how to use AI tools to automate
To do
financial tracking. So
financial
also,
tracking of what? To
so
do what?
these like AI could be used on, like, nowadays they have where you could add it to your day trading portfolio, and it could help you
So
like
this is for day traders?
it could be it's
You
more
gotta,
for just the
you gotta take this again and think, who is my end?
okay.
Who is my end person here?
I have another idea.
What
Should
am
I?
I thinking
should I-
about? Is it small business? Is it tracking model? So this could be for small business entrepreneurs. And there's the student, aren't there student budgeting projects already that will help me manage my budgeting? Is that what you're gonna be doing? And
Yes,
just
something along those-
AI Copilot? I would concentrate on like small businesses, maybe,
Yeah,
and performances and get it more.
yeah.
And
that
what was
could
the
help.
third one?
So it was called SiteMind, and basically we would add it to the target group would be so college students and like popular restaurants that they eat nearby. So like you add the AI assistant to let's say like a belly fish website or other restaurants near here that are popular from college students, and it's basically like a little tab in the corner and it just helps you navigate the site
Mhm.
through questions and things like that.
So which ones did you like the best? Jay?
I liked either the first one or that third one that I just told you.
Okay. So Lily, what do you think? Did you hear these?
I like the one, I honestly like the one that you just told us better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
And I
Good to
remember
hear.
we talked about that too. I don't know why you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
write it
yeah.
out.
So you need
I think that ruled out.
by the end of the night, you need to write that up, Jake, or somewhere and show it to Lily
Okay, I will.
tonight. Nowhere,
Get
you
it
know
done
what I
right now.
mean? Before night, right now. Yeah. Okay, group 5. So who's doing group 5?
I am.
Okay, so Evan, what's up? So give me short because we want to finish tonight.
Okay, so we have Prop AI Consulting Group. It helps real estate agents um, leverage AI to enhance marketing, streamline operations, and improve
Okay.
client engagement. So our
Okay,
choice
what's
of
the second one? I'm just gonna go quickly on this. And what's
Okay.
the second one?
second one is Next Gen AI. It helps students use AI to enhance their academic performance, career readiness, such as making resumes and personal productivity, like getting organized for school and practice quizzes and stuff like that
Practice quizzes for what?
for exams. Because
So it's exams and it's also
yeah,
resume
just to
building. It's like,
basically help their performance and then
mm.
resume building and things like that.
And the first one is for property managers, or what is this?
Yeah, it's real
the
estate
target?
agents and brokers basically to expand their outreach to clients, get
Okay.
a larger outreach.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too. I was about to say I
That's-
like it better. I already have it written and approved by
Okay,
doctors.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You read my mind, Lily.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
this is it. I just wanted to tell that these are kind of some of your things is Notebook LM. On how long does it take you to know Notebook LM? You know what I mean? Or to use a Quizlet. You know, I don't think there's, unless you say, hey, we're going to do finance classes and we're going to develop on our difficult finance classes or in, calculus 3 or something. Okay. So I have group 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, let's go. And the last one that put the proposals in 2 sections, put it in 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
So the first one we have is called MindSpark, and it's targeted towards college students and high school students, and it basically just helps manage stress or manage
Okay.
stress, sorry, and
Okay,
like
and
mental
what's
health
the-
challenges.
Okay,
So
and what's
what?
the second one?
Yeah, the second one is targeted towards young entrepreneurs and aspiring influencers, like especially in Miami. It helps them build
And
their personal brand. Yeah.
it's a personal brand, and
Yeah,
it's
it helps.
basically gonna be influencer. So it's gonna teach me. So I'm a young entrepreneur. How you gonna help
Mhm.
me?
Yeah. So if let's say you were a day
You're gonna
trader or
give me.
someone
You're
that
gonna teach me
gives you
ChatGPT or what?
no, it's going to give you content ideas and it's going to run the metrics of other people that are in like businesses as you
Oh,
and
so
give
you're
their
gonna give me a
metrics
comparison?
and it shows and it'll like tell you what works best without you having to like go do research.
Okay, which one do you
Things like
guys
that.
like the best?
I don't know. They're two very like different
Different.
ideas.
And what do people in your group want?
I texted and asked and one of them said proposal 2.
Okay.
So that's
And what about you, Trey? You're gonna have to do it,
yeah, it doesn't I like both of them. So
but you have to choose. Lily, what is your input?
We haven't had a mental health one yet, so I like proposal 1.
Fine.
That works.
Okay, proposal 1, you can do it. And what I would do is basically try a number of those bots besides just ChatGPT and Gemini and role play with the tray. And you don't even have to say, you don't say it's you, we're role playing and we're playing parts of, think about those ideas. And you can even do it as a group possibly too. Anxiety, we got trust coming up. And you can look at that reflex AI. Do we have that? Sophie, for group Lily, do we have it as listed for our group too, Sophia's Reflex AI?
Yeah, we do. We have it on
Okay,
our site.
that's a good one. Okay, so propose that. Okay, proposal 1. Okay, what group am I now in? 7. Okay, 7, let's go. Who's presenting in 7?
I'll be doing it.
Okay, final project. Okay, Caden, what, do short. The first
All
one,
right, yeah.
what?
So our first proposal was like an AI marketing company, and we would
Small
use
business,
AI.
okay,
Yeah.
or basically they're advertising. What's the second one?
Smart rent AI. So basically, we would use AI to help people find affordable housing.
Okay. So how's that different than if I go to any of those other sites? Even has like that site where I'm looking for housing and all these other sites, or Zillow or one of the others that I'm looking for, or homes.com or what, how are you better than them?
Yeah. So basically, how it would work is someone would submit like their financial information and what they're looking for, and then we would
Okay, so
use.
I want something under $2,000 and I want to be next to Coral Gate, next to the University of Miami. And I
Yeah, and
want,
then we would
okay,
look
so
at
what,
all that and try to use AI to find housing for them.
what do you mean, try to find housing for them? You're gonna you're gonna give so how is this gonna be different than a Zillow or something else, or going to matching? I want everything under, $2,000 walking distance to the university.
Because we'll be using multiple sites, and then it's also we're individually going to be using AI to find the housing for them. So,
What does it mean individually? So each of your people will search each. So if I have 100 people come to the site, you're going to be doing your site.
I think so. I mean, we might change it. We haven't really like
Yeah,
worked through all
right.
of that yet. So yeah,
So
I'm not really
Lily,
sure.
what's your idea?
I like to hear more of your input, Dr. Rush. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think that this is not thought out.
Yeah.
Number 1, proposal 2 is not thought out at all. In terms of, you're not going to be sitting there and doing Caden chat GPT for everybody that's applying. You understand? And there are
Mhm.
products out there that will find me housing, right next to the university. Even the University of Miami housing project. I need a roommate, and I need to pay no more than $1,000. Find me within 4 miles or a mile or walking distance. So I
Well,
go with, yeah,
no,
go ahead.
I like proposal 2, but you need to like not just for have it just for students. Because housing is a real
I
it's
know.
hard to
Okay.
find housing for students
Yeah.
that's like
Okay.
affordable on campus.
So you can do even students, and you'll start off with even the Coral Gables. And then you'll continue to other colleges, that you can do. So you can do
All right,
number
yeah.
2, but you have to make it that it's not that you're going to be looking at it, right? Or maybe you'll be an aggregator, or maybe you'll be a way in which people can advertise on your site. You have to get like a niche of what you're going to do, and you're specializing for students.
Okay.
And it may even be students that are not, that can't do campus housing, you know what I mean? Or you may even start with the university and then go to the areas of, Miami-Dade and FIU. Start off with the South Florida community, and then make sessions or maybe make sessions where people are looking for roommates or something that they can connect. Make it something unique. And that you're not going to be doing individual searching for everybody.
Okay.
It has to be a system. Okay? And then Lily will approve it, but you need to fine tune it. Okay, where are we now? We're on 8. We have 2 more groups. Good. Final project. Future
doing-
Path AI. Who's
So-
doing it?
Oh wait, I'm doing that one.
And Future Estate AI. What's the difference?
So the first one is to help undergraduate business students navigate the job search process using AI to help with resume building and interview prep to help them match what employees are looking for. And we'd also do Zoom webinars and bring on like recruiters and professionals to give students insights into like real-time expectations.
So
and
your
what-
business type, okay, so if it were colleges, so this is business students, right? And it's
Yeah,
undergraduate,
yeah.
so that has to be changed in that part, because it just says college student, recent graduates.
Okay,
seeking
I'll change that.
position. And the question is, are you gonna focus on internships or entry level? And what's the second one?
The second one
It's
is
real estate, I
a
see.
service design to help real estate professionals work like smarter and faster using AI.
Okay,
And we
so
would
this is,
basically teach them using workshops and webinars how
Yeah.
to like create property listings and generate virtual tours.
and are you gonna do it for them?
It's like teaching them how to do it, like providing like workshops and webinars and like toolkits to show them how to do it.
Okay. Lily, what's your idea?
I say the real estate one,
Okay.
proposal
Fine.
2.
Okay. But I would also do it in the real estate if they don't want to do it themselves, that you'll do the service.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because a lot of realtors say, I don't want to waste my time doing that. I don't know how to do that. You're the one. I'll pay you
Yeah.
to,
Okay.
to give me my service. And then you can say, we'll even give you some interns who would come in and do some things and examples. 'Cause I think a lot of those people don't want to do it themselves. And that's why,
Okay.
Okay. Assignment group, what's the last one? Last but not least, Daniel, Jessica, Scarlett, and August. And again, final project, I don't know why it isn't on the top. And then it's not, and what is this? What is this folder? It should be underneath here, right? Who's doing this? Group 9? Are you here? Group 9 is Daniel, Jessica, Scarlett, or August. None of you are here?
Hey, I think I'm the only one here.
Not good, right?
Wait,
And then
someone
Daniel,
else
why
said that
isn't-
they're there.
What?
I think someone just sent a chat and said that she's here, but her voice is gone.
Okay,
But she's
well,
sick.
so who's gonna be doing it? Thank you, Trey, I appreciate it.
I
So,
can do it.
okay, and in this case, Dan, why don't you, what is this business? I have a folder here, proposal. I have a thing here and I have a thing. Have you looked at this at all, Dan?
Yeah, we all worked on it together.
So why is this presented like that?
I'm not sure. I'm
You're
sorry.
not sure. Do you understand what's wrong with it?
Yeah,
What's wrong with it?
they should be in the folder.
Right. Okay, so what are my differences here? Future ready, and what does this do? For undergraduate business students looking for methods to facilitate the job process. And number 2 is real estate agent, so it's the same thing. What's your major, Dan?
Right now I'm business undecided.
Business undecided. Do you have any interest in real estate?
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
maybe not as a major, but in general, yeah.
In general, you have it, okay. And then what is this for undergraduate students for men to facilitate the job? So which one who else is here, Dan, in your group?
In my group, let me see.
Yeah, so Trey, who?
Scarlett is here, but she's sick.
Okay, so Scarlett, okay. So the question is, Scarlett, which one, you can text Scarlett, which one do you prefer? You can text it. So what do you think, Lily?
You can do resume one, but you gotta like make it like for a certain type of individual. Like not just
Target it more.
like target, yeah. Like
You have to
it,
target,
like,
you have to segment it more and
have
give,
it for like law students or have it for
I would do it for the
marketing.
business, and have it at least do it for something that they knew rather than law
They already
students.
have it for the business school, but we have
Okay,
someone doing that.
okay,
So I think even make it even more specific.
okay. Or maybe even within the business students, a major. You know what I mean? Or even it may be, and what is Scarlett's major? Okay. So you'll work with them, Lily, on getting proposal 1 done?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll do the attendance because
Yeah,
we're
right.
overtime.
I know, we're overtime.
So the code is 7467. But I think you guys should revise your proposals and try and make them a little bit more polished and specific.
More specific. And think about, what are you going to get if you were that recipient? What are you going to get out of this? Why would you want to come to these people? What are they going to give you? Do you understand that, Christina? You think about the process. You would give services. Why would anybody want to come to give you? What are you going to give them? And it has to last more than a one-time deal. That I'm giving you Notebook LM. Well, okay, you show me Notebook LM. I like it now, but why would I come back more for you?
Oops.
Continuous. We have a problem here?
No, I accidentally ended the check-in, so I'll check in at anyone else that I see. My bad, guys. I was trying to stop sharing my screen.
It's been a long night, Lily. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's been a long day with time. Okay, so you can do manual.
Yeah, I see everyone's here, so I'll
Okay,
just
all
put you
right.
in if I see you.
Okay, and I appreciate your work, Lily. And I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I do anyways all the time. Because I value your
Okay.
perspective.
Oh.
Okay, and let me make sure that I'm stopping the recording.
Thank you. Have a good night.